The world of science is fascinating. It's exciting. But you know what's amazing? Sitting at the boundary, at the forefront of science, where physics, chemistry, and biology submerge together, where you can't really make out whether it is physics or whether it is biology, whether it is chemistry. That is called as quantum biology, a field of the future and very less information available on the internet. After talking to a lot of experts, finally, we are coming up with this video. We are going to talk in this video about future scope and careers which you can build out of quantum biology and quantum chemistry. But we cannot start talking about quantum biology without talking about quantum mechanics. So let's jump in and quickly check what is quantum mechanics, right? Now, as you all know, at cellular level, we are biology. At the molecular level, we are chemistry. But at the atomic level, we are physics. Now, what really has changed in past 100 years is physics. Quantum mechanics is a part of that physics. It's a branch of physics where we study the behavior of matter at atomic and subatomic level. We try to understand the fundamental properties of matter and energy. Now, as identified by Einstein, he found out the wave-particle duality. That means the particle also transforms into wave. Sometimes it again transforms back into a particle, right? And that, it created a lot of dilemma in the minds of people, because the previous theoretical physicists thought that particle is particle, matter is matter, and energy is separate. But now, with the help of this wave-particle duality, they found out that it is interchangeable. That's what Einstein found out. Now, after that, that led to the uncertainty principle, Heisenberg uncertainty principle, where we cannot identify, as in the physics part, we cannot identify whether this particular particle or electron or subatomic particle, whether it is in the wave form right now or whether it is in the particle form right now. We cannot say what is the velocity of this particular particle, what is the position of this particular particle, what will be the momentum of this particle. And that is what the uncertainty principle talks about. So this video is not about talking about the theory of quantum mechanics, but I'm giving you a brief introduction so that you know the basics, on the top of which we are going to build quantum biology, quantum chemistry, and after that, quantum computing also. Now, what are the future applications of quantum mechanics? They will obviously be to understand the quantum physics, quantum chemistry, and quantum biology, as you can see on the screen. So, we will be able to understand physics better, we'll be able to understand biology better, and we'll be able to understand chemistry better. We'll be able to analyze why a particular molecule reacts to another molecule at the quantum level, and we will be able to understand and develop applications of the future in a better way. And that is where quantum chemistry and quantum biology comes into picture. So I've given you a brief introduction about quantum mechanics, field of physics, where we know that sometimes the matter is also energy, sometimes energy transforms into matter. That's what Einstein found out. That's what is wave-particle duality, and that led to the uncertainty principle. And that, now we're talking about the application, and it is an evolving field, right? Now, the first thing which I want to highlight to all of you is, any field which is an evolving field, a lot can be done, right? And any basic discovery also is a big discovery. For example, in today's era, if I say that the DNA is a double helix, you'll be like, yeah, we know it. But when it was discovered, that day it was a big thing, right? Because it was evolving. Molecular biology was evolving. Cell biology was evolving. So that is what is happening right now. So if you make a career in quantum biology, quantum chemistry, it's going to be an amazing field of future. Now let's jump in and see what exactly is in store for quantum biology. So I have quickly around 5 to 6 points for quantum biology. Same way I'll be talking about quantum chemistry also. Now we're going to talk about the applications, and then you can visualize your career in those applications. Now let's look at the first point for us today, and that is understanding the biological processes. Now what is happening with all of us here is, we are thinking that biological processes are defined by the chemical processes, but actually, for example, how photosynthesis occurs. right? How photosynthesis occurs. Now that if you go at the quantum level, at the subatomic level and try to understand, you will realize that it is not how we perceive. It is not how we think that chemical reaction occurs. It's a different form wherein the energy transforms into matter. So that's where photosynthesis is a field of area of interest where you can understand the biological processes in a better way. Okay, so that's what photosynthesis. Another one is how birds navigate. So Arctic tern will actually travel from the Antarctica to Australia in the same route. So how are they able to guide themselves? Through magnetic forces of Earth. But how do they do that? How exactly biological beings are able to understand magnetic force? And that becomes an area of study which can build future navigation systems, right? And that is where by understanding biology, you can design things in physics and chemistry. And that is the power of quantum biology. So this is one aspect which I highlighted. Now let's look at this next one, which is developing newer technologies. So what kind of technologies you can develop? So for example, CRISPR happened, right? Or NGS happened, WGS happened. So same way, you can create quantum sensors of the future. Now, what is quantum sensor? Quantum sensor will be able to do a lot of things in the future. Let's look at that. It can detect tiny changes in temperature, light and magnetic field, and its impact on our cells, on cancerous cells, on cells in space, on human body in space, human body on Earth, all this. So with the help of quantum sensors, the development of quantum sensors, we can do that. So that's again an amazing application of our quantum biology, and this is going to be one area of interest, area of the future. Now let's look at the third one which we have here, and this is again very interesting. Let me highlight. Obviously, developing new drugs. So now, how do you develop new drugs? Nowadays, we have artificial intelligence, but if we have the understanding of molecules at the subatomic level, we understand how exactly it is binding to a protein, how it is binding to a ligand, how it is attacking a particular microbe or a particular pathogen. We will be able to develop better drugs at the quantum level. Now the next one is developing newer drug administration methods. So for example, today how you inject, right? So that's one of the drug administration methods. In future, you will be able to have quantum dots. As you can see on your screen here, you will be able to create quantum dots which will deliver the drugs to the cancer cell. So now we know attacking a cancer cell is very difficult. So that is where quantum dots will come into picture, which will deliver the particular medicine exactly to the cancerous cell, exactly at the point where it should have the best impact. And that is the technology of the future where you can do research. Now let's move on to the next part of this application, which is the fourth part, and that for us will be applications in bioinformatics. So obviously bioinformatics is where computers come together with biology. So now here what we'll see is with the advent of quantum computing, which I'll be talking in the last part of this video, you will have a better bioinformatics application development, better bioinformatics simulation, better drug discovery using bioinformatics, because it will fasten the AI, artificial intelligence. And that's again one of my points here. And that is advanced quantum computing. So how biological processes will lead to advanced quantum computing? Let's look at that now. So what is going to happen? We will have a better understanding of quantum computers if we have a better understanding of biological systems. Why? Because of the same thing. Quantum coherence and quantum entanglement has been observed in humans, has been observed in plants, has been observed in birds, right? So if we can understand how biological beings, how we have developed our sensory organs based on quantum coherence and quantum entanglement, we will be able to predict a better process, better computing power in the future. Now, let me give you an example of quantum coherence, which is photosynthesis once again. So, photosynthesis is what is happening. You are seeing here, photosynthesis is where the light photons hit the plant cell and photosynthesis happens. So how exactly it happens? Quantum coherence. That's the technology which works here. Same with the enzyme catalyzed reactions as well as migratory birds, all these places. What happens? The birds or the enzymes are attacking or accelerating the reaction through quantum entanglement, quantum coherence. And that, if we are able to understand better, we will be able to develop better computers, because if we have biological beings are better computers than the current computers, right? So if we have a better understanding of ourselves, we can obviously build better computers. So that's what is going to happen in advancement in the quantum computing space, by understanding the biological space as well. The next one we have obviously is enhancing the artificial intelligence. As you can see here, we will be able to have a better artificial intelligence product if we are able to develop quantum biology. And now how that will happen is, because basically we all are actually intelligence, right? Conscious intelligence. While the current AI is not a conscious intelligence, it is just intelligence. So how exactly our intelligence works, if we are able to understand that better, we will be able to develop better artificial intelligence algorithms, better than ChatGPT, and that will have an amazing advancement in today's world. Today morning itself, I was talking to my father and he was telling how the freedom struggle of India happened. But today we don't value it. The same way, the next generation doesn't even know how the landline works. Like, we all grew up with the landline, but the next generation doesn't. So that's what is happening here. We all skip generations, right? The moment quantum computing happens, quantum biology happens, quantum mechanics happens, we will skip 10 generations together and we will be at such an advanced stage. Our capacity, capability, and potential will improve such a way that one human will be able to do a job of 1,000 humans. That will be the capacity if quantum biology comes into picture. Let's jump in now to quantum chemistry, where more exciting stuff is happening for all of you. So what now I want to highlight here is, even if you're a biology student, even if you're a chemistry student, even if you're a computer student, even if you're a physics student, you have to know that at the quantum level, all this does not matter. There is no boundary, there is no border. Whether you are a physics or a chemistry or a biology, it doesn't matter. It impacts everything, right? Quantum coherence and quantum interference impacts everything and anything, no matter which subject you are from. So you should study quantum mechanics as a whole, not just as a chemistry or only biology. No, you have to understand all of it. So that is the reason I'm talking about quantum chemistry also today. And now we have the first application of quantum chemistry, and that will be more accurate simulations. As you can see here, more accurate simulations of chemical systems. So today, whenever we are trying to simulate, we simulate at the biological level or at the chemical level with the help of some molecules and understanding of our covalent bonding and ionic bonding. But when we understand the behavior of subatomic particles at the quantum level, we will be able to simulate better. We'll be able to tell, in this situation, the chemical system will react in this way, not that way. Even the stereochemistry will be able to understand better. So that is the first application of quantum mechanics in quantum chemistry. Now let's look at the second part, which we have is quantum entanglement. Now, quantum entanglement will lead to quantum computing. Now, let me give you an example. So right now I'm here, but actually I'm here also, right? That's what quantum entanglement means. You cannot for sure say what is the accurate position of the particle, whether I'm here or whether I'm here. Okay, it is that confusing. It is that fast movement of particles. Now, basically, we know computers work on 0 and 1, right? So if I'm here, at the same moment I'm here, that means my position cannot be defined, but I am moving very fast. So 0 and 1. It's moving very fast. So computers are binary. So what will happen is the development of quantum computers will be faster. So the more we understand the chemistry, the quantum chemistry, the better we will be able to develop quantum computers. So that's the second point. The third point which we have here is development of sustainable energy resources. Now, let's look at that. Today, we are having some green solutions of energy. We also have fission and fusion, but now fusion is being tested in lab and we are trying to control fusion in lab. What if we understand the subatomic behavior of particles during a fusion reaction and fission reaction? We will be able to control it better. We'll be able to predict when it can go wrong and we'll be able to control it better. And that's where development of sustainable energy sources can happen if we understand quantum chemistry. That's again amazing field for all of you. Now let me quickly move on to the next part of this presentation, which is the fourth point for all of you, and that is development of more effective and personalized treatments. Now, what happens is, let me say that, okay, I am allergic to paracetamol. Now, why I'm allergic? At the molecular level, you can have, okay, this is a reason. But if we know the reason at the quantum level, we will know that, okay, the particles are interacting in this way. That is why it is happening. So we will be able to avoid it, prevent it, and have better personalized treatments in the future. So that is again a very exciting field where you can make your future. Let's move on to the fifth point for today, and that will be development of new synthetic materials. Now, what can be that? Some materials which doesn't exist in nature, but has better capacity. For example, superconductors, right? So we know silicon is used for the conduction, right? So we have these chips in the computers. What if we could develop superconductors if we have better understanding of quantum biology, quantum chemistry? So that is where quantum chemistry will come into picture. A lot of research is going on in this area, and you can definitely jump in. One of the best places online where you can go to, gather all the information about quantum chemistry and biology is IBM. Okay, IBM has got a dedicated page. You just type in Google IBM quantum biology or IBM quantum chemistry. You can learn a lot of resources there. The next point, the last point for quantum chemistry for you is impact on fundamental research. You see, chemistry is all about understanding how the bonds, molecules interact, how the bonding works, how exactly the reaction proceeds, how the catalyst is acting, all this, right? And then we also try to understand the stereochemistry. We also try to understand the resonance of benzene or stuff like that. So a lot of things we try to understand. But why exactly that all is happening? If we are able to get an explanation, so impact on fundamental scientific research means how the electrons are behaving, how the neutrons are behaving, how the proton is behaving, all that if we can understand how exactly the God's particle is behaving, all that if we have understanding of, we'll be able to predict better chemistry, we'll be able to build a better understanding of chemistry, and a better understanding of physics and chemistry leads to a better understanding of biology, right? So basically we have to reverse engineer in all of these and find out better ways of doing things at the quantum level. And that's what quantum chemistry is all about. Now, without wasting much of your time, I am super excited to introduce you to the next part of this presentation, which is quantum computing. So far I told you quantum biology, quantum physics, and quantum chemistry. Let's jump into quantum computing, which is going to revolutionize your research as well. And you can even make a career here as well. Now, quantum computing is going to be very handy in drug discovery, because once the quantum computer comes in, and the prediction is by 2030, we will have quantum computers ready, available at least in IBM and Google, they will have, even in China, they will have, so that they will be able to do better calculations. So better calculations obviously will lead to better drug discovery. That's my first point for you. That's a no-brainer. We'll be able to understand protein folding, three-dimensional protein folding in a better way. We will know why exactly what is happening, how it is interacting, how exactly it will happen, and that will lead to better prediction and simulation. Third will be molecular simulation. That's what I just now said, molecular simulation of protein and how the ligand is reacting. So all that we will be able to do in a better way. Next one, if quantum computing comes, obviously the processing power improves, and that will lead to further optimization of the current processes. So whatever processes we have, like bioinformatics is one process, drug discovery is one process. So we will be able to optimize it better. We'll be able to reach faster results, better results, and we'll be able to avoid adverse reactions also. So that's where quantum computing will come into picture. The next one is, of course, artificial intelligence in biology. This is one more very nice area of interest where you can get in. So with the advent of quantum computers, you'll be able to design better algorithms and you'll be able to compute faster. So obviously, artificial intelligence will advance, and that will open new doors of biology to all of you. So that's one understanding we will have. And then let's come now to the conclusion part. My point here is not to endorse this field to you. My point here is to tell you that, when you are the first among the few, everything new seems like a Nobel Prize winner. So what will happen is you will be the first among the few. you will find something new, and that will lead to a Nobel Prize. That will lead to you becoming the Jennifer Doudna of quantum biology and quantum chemistry. So I urge all my research friends and enthusiasts and all the students of bachelors and masters who are in biosciences, who are subscribers of Biotechnica, that do not ignore this field. Amass as much information and wealth you can gather and then try to learn. This video was just a trailer. This is nothing in depth. I just told you which all applications it will have in the future. But now that you have all the curiosity, jump into IBM website. Okay, I'll try to give the link in the description. Please go ahead, learn. Okay, learn quantum biology, learn quantum chemistry, learn quantum computing, because by the time you will graduate or you will finish your PhD, this will be the reality. For example, today, OpenAI is the reality, right? ChatGPT is the reality. It's the same way it is going to be the reality of 2030. How can you ignore that? Don't do that, and enroll with us in Biotechnica, where we are talking about all this in many of our courses. And of course, the link is given in the description. But if you want anything specific which you want to learn, please comment below and I'll make a video or probably write a mail to you and give you all the explanation. Thank you so much for watching this video. It was amazing once again interacting with all of you. I hope you enjoyed the video. See you soon in the next one. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.